Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor, bringing you another Tuesday. Let's do deals. This is the best off-market mobile homes deals that you can all come and you can even pitch. I'm going to talk a little bit about pitching deals tonight. Also, we do have some of our sales agents that are going to start pitching deals on here as well. But that continues for all of you, the watches. If you have deals, whether it's just land for mobile homes or it's mobile homes in the park, mobile homes on private land, mobile parks, call me first on that. But you can come in and pitch these at no cost. So that's why we're here. Before we get started, I also got Instagram Live. I'm going to drop a couple comments on here, give people the way to have ability to connect with us. As always, I will pin my email. I think that's the best way to connect with us is all of our social media is on there. Just makes it a lot easier. So followers and everyone. So busy Tuesday today. I'm going to talk about Tuesday as well. Tuesdays for a while now. I mean, probably going on 2 years now. Every Tuesday, we go out in the markets. We review new deals. We review some of the deals we have, some of the mobile homes that we have under contract, some of the homes that we have under rehab. So we have a lot of them at this time. I mean, rehab is everywhere. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful problem. Some people call it a problem. And I mean, we are rehabbing in Somerset, Kentucky. We have 4 units that we're going back to back on those. We have a few more coming up there as well. New market, we just got into it, Somerset, Kentucky. We got mobile homes we're going to start rehabbing and selling, advertising opportunities for you in Marion, Illinois. A lot of them. We got a lot. You're about to see the spreadsheet just boom once again. Over 40 mobile homes up there available. We got deals going on down in Central Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Griffin, Thomaston, Milner, Barnesville, okay, all that section. And then, of course, also in Barnesville, in Dublin. Dublin, we have currently 4 homes being rehabbed at one time. We are really starting to pick up the pace there, which is also where the event is going to take place on Saturday morning. So stay tuned for that towards the end. These Tuesday calls are going to continue for a while. We are in the process of shifting quite a bit of things, and come March, you're going to see a lot of changes. We've been talking about this for a while. One of those is the spreadsheet. A lot of you are emailing concerned that you're no longer going to have access. We're not taking the access away. We're just going to limit as to how many people can see. Unfortunately, with having our off-market inventory sheet, okay, just so loosely out there, so many people can get into these things. We're starting to see a lot of people trying to create scams out of it. Unfortunately, yes, that is part of that. So a lot of these things happen. But when you think about even real estate there are sites that have deals. Zillow, Trulia, FMLS, those are deals like it. But a lot of these you have to pay to get into, or you have to be accredited some way. What I'm trying to create this is not so much to be so private, but more so to see who's actually on the page at all given times. We're going to be handing out the credentials, passwords, emails, usernames that you can do. And also, I am going to be working on potentially moving the deals from where it is a Google share spreadsheet to more of a web page. So a lot of things are working. A lot of things we're working on, but the deals are not going to end. Deals, if nothing more, is going to continue. We're going to multiply this more and more. Every time I talk about a market, that means deals opportunities. And it's not one deal over here in the corner and another one over yonder. We're talking 30, 40 mobile homes at one time. Alexandria and Monroe, Louisiana, that will be as early as next month. We're talking about near 30 homes there. So again, it's just like one more market, one more area, one more opportunity for all of you. But tonight, I want to talk about deals. I'm going to present a couple of deals, and I want to talk about some of the numbers. Now, I know on Sunday, we had quite a few emails, messages after the fact asking about some of the numbers, and I get it. It's a numbers game. If the numbers check out, the deal checks out, it's a good investment. Simple, right? Pretty simple sense. But if the numbers don't check out, then regardless of what the mobile home may be, where it may be, what you think about it directly, indirectly, it doesn't matter. It's not a deal. And I think a lot of people try to push a deal to be a deal too many times, and it doesn't convert into. And if you're starting from one of those situations where you overpaid for a mobile home, you could already be under even before you got started, because now you're sitting there hoping that the rehab, the material, the budget, if you even created a budget, are all perfect. Never goes perfect, by the way. Okay, it never goes perfect. I've had some deals that do better, which is great. Most deals ends up taking a little bit more time, a little bit more holding, a little bit more material, a little bit of this, which we allocate for. because we create a cushion. Now we've been there, done that, so we know. But again, we start with the number one investment being the mobile home. And if we're going to offer a certain amount of dollar bill for that mobile home, it's got to make sense all the way around. Okay. These are the things that we're going to cover on Saturday at the Mastery. So one of the deals that today I was sitting there looking at the numbers, and this is one of our newest ones. Now I am going to upload the photos because I want you to see, it's always people want to see that before and after. I get it. It's show me ugly, show me between, show me where it gets uglier, and then show me this beautiful picture. Okay. And I'm not just talking about the numbers. I am talking about an actual well done rehab. That's what we need to do. So the rehab that just finished is in Milner, which is south of Griffin, Georgia, 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. And it's a mobile home that we picked up for, and I'm going to repeat the numbers. It's 5,000 is what we saw. It was an opportunity. It was actually in users, meaning somebody that lives in the homes needed to move out of state, they needed to sell, and we offer them a dollar amount based on what we thought we could get. And they took it. Okay. It was negotiation back and forth. Long story short, it came out to $5,000. Okay. This is a mid 90 mobile home, vinyl siding, pitch roof, beautiful home, beautiful home. Now, okay, needed some work. 5,000. We spent right up, round up to 1,200 in material. That was some painting. That was a little bit of vinyl. That was a pedestal we needed for one bathroom, a few sections. And you're going to see, I'm going to put the photos in the spreadsheet sheet as I'll call it something. We'll talk about rehab done great. We'll call it that. Okay. The rehab itself was 3,000. And that's because there was a lot of cleanup. A lot of these rehabs may not be so much work the home needs, but if you're buying a mobile home that's full of junk, okay, a hoarder living home and they stuff so much stuff outside, inside, that is a job for somebody in itself before they can even get to the rehab. Cleanup, dumpsters, these things add up. Any investor you ask is some of these dumpsters, you can spend thousands just getting rid of junk. Okay, so that's kind of what happened here. Is a lot of the junk was in it and outside the home. But all in all, we're around 9,200. When you add up all those numbers, miscellaneous plus insurance, about 500. So even though you put all these numbers together, we're still under 10,000. The blueprint that I've had for a while, and of course these numbers have gone up. Okay, it's not 5,000 anymore like it was years ago. Okay, numbers go up, so does the cost of everything. But the blueprint has been the same, and it continues to be the same. I will not be into a mobile home more than a third of what I can resell total. Okay, so if I can sell this mobile home for 30,000 or more, then I don't need to be in it more than 10,000. That is the number. And I'm not talking about the mobile home itself. I'm talking everything. That's the mobile home, rehab, labor, material, holding, neighbors visiting, everything. Okay. 10,000, that's my top dollar. Now, does it always happen that way? Again, no. We could have easily got up to 11,000, 11,500. But if I'm going to resell it for 30K, you can see the numbers is still there, and therefore that's still a good investment, right? Now, I knew before I went in that I could get these type of numbers. So under 10,000, we are getting a 7,500 down payment. Wish we could have got a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. $7,500 payment. We're reselling it for 35,000. Once they put the down payment, we will finance 27,500. Now, we're under 10,000 and collecting 7,500 tomorrow. That's most of what we got in it. That's the beautiful thing about investing in this industry is that I'm going to get all, if not most of my money up front, infinite returns after the fact, right? So if I get the 7,500 and the monthly payments coming up, we'll start in April. I typically skip a month, let people move in. It's going to be $900 a month. Now you got to subtract lot rent, right? Lot rent is always there. It is $390. So 900, take away the $390 lot rent. We are still going to collect $510 each and every month. Now, again, this is the financing. You can call it a note. You can call it creative financing. I call them RTOs, rent to owns, which also means that if anything breaks in the house, should anything go wrong, I'm not going to take less than $510 a month because I'm not a landlord. Now this is on somebody else because they are buying. You treat me as the bank and nothing more. Anything damages, you fix it on your own. Simple as that, right? So $510 commence on April, and then that's going to go on for 54 months. That's 4.5 years. So think about those returns. When you're thinking about investing in this industry, those are the numbers that you have to think, does this make sense? And when I say that is some people may say, well, 25K, would have been all right for me. Well, then take 25K. If 25K makes you say good, yes, let's go ahead and invest in this home. Have at it. No investment, no investor is the same, but the numbers have to make sense. And it always starts from the end number. Before I offer anything, is I want to make sure that I have enough comparables in the market. I know what has sold in the past 30, 60, 90 days. I know I sound like a real estate investor, okay, right about now instead of a mobile home investor, but it works the same. You simply want to know what has sold, how it sold, how long it took to sell, gray area, all that. But I want to make sure that I know what a good number that I can aim for can be. Once I figure that number, 30,000, example here was 35, 30,000, I'll take away. And it's backwards because only then can you figure out this is how much I can offer for a mobile home. MAO, which we also cover at the mastery, maximum allowed offer. If I can get 35,000 for this mobile home here, and I know that it's going to be around 1,500 for material and another 3K for labor and another X amount for holding, how much can I pay for the mobile home itself and still have a profit? That's up to you. You decide that, okay? And as you can see here, we didn't exceed our blueprint. We actually overdid it, which is great, okay? Under 10,000, we will sell for 35K. That's less than a third of all of what we'll return, and we continue to do it again. We'll take those 7,500 tomorrow and reinvest, and you do it again, and you do it again. And before you know it, you got yourself a portfolio. All right. That's one of many deals that we're doing right now. I say it time and time again. I've been saying this since October, November, December. This is the time for flips. For all of you who doesn't want to hold these homes, you don't want to do it, you don't want to be a landlord, you don't want to put any rent to owns out there. If you're trying to get one of these homes and do a quick flip or do a rehab and flip it, okay, after the rehab, this is the time to do it because people have money. This week alone, and I know it's only Tuesday, our screening is loaded. I mean, that's how many people are applying. And we know this. Every year we know it's the same thing around. Come January, especially February, you have income tax time. People have money. People can now buy for cash or put lump sizes up. 7,500 down payment is not something I would expect that back in December or November. It's just the time of the year. Okay. So what I want to do, had this up. I was looking at some of these homes, and the Dublin market where we're going to be at Saturday. That's the committee. We're going to be doing a few walkthroughs on a few of these homes at the mastery. This is exactly what we're going to be doing, is walking through and showing you numbers, putting budgets together. It's figuring out what the market allows for, what the rental rates are, the lot rents, what it includes, putting all these numbers together. Because when you can figure out numbers, it doesn't matter where you invest. Well, we can go invest in Nevada today. Go invest in not California, not yet. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Oregon. It doesn't matter. The mobile home itself is just another mobile home, meaning it's just the product. What I need to focus on, do the numbers make sense? When I was looking at Marion, Illinois, that was exactly what I was looking at. I walked 47 mobile homes with the park operator that day. I knew, this is just another rehab. Some were simple, some, okay, this thing's going to need a lot more work, which means more material, more holding, more time, okay, all those things that obviously you have to allocate as well and know what's coming. But I already knew what the lot rent was. I already knew what the rental rate is. So when I'm walking in each and one of these homes, I'm looking at this is a 2-bedroom, this is a 3-bedroom, and of course the prices reflect what? If I'm going to come up there and collect 300 per home or 400 per home, I need to do all this math to see if it's going to check out. Okay. And look, as many mobile homes as out there, as many communities, it is now easier and easier to comp. Getting comparables isn't as hard as it used to be. But worst case scenario, okay, if you need to know and you just can't find a community, park managers are not answering you. That's a tip, by the way. Hint, hint. Call park managers and ask them, what is a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom? What are they renting for? What are they selling for? Okay, they will gladly share with you what those numbers are. And if nothing more, gives you an idea. But I also want to make sure that, if I can't locate some of these, I want to compare to a apartment. Now, be mindful, okay? If you're going to take a mobile home in a community and you're going to compare it to an apartment, be mindful of a due diligence. It's A+ apartment complex. You have an F mobile home park, probably not going to be anywhere near so. But for the most part, you want to compare a 2-bedroom, 1 or 2 bath to a 1-bedroom apartment. Basically, what the numbers are. An example, for instance, in Dublin, Georgia, apartments on a 1-bedroom apartment, 2 bedrooms, they're all right around $9,000 to $1,000 a month. Okay, we have 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. Our 2 bedrooms go for 750, our 3 bedrooms go for 850. So you can see how the numbers are still lower. Therefore, that makes it desirable. A lot of people think this whole stigma, nobody wants to live in a mobile home. It's that's not a question anymore. People are steadily every day coming to us as you are the last affordable I can afford, and we are in America across the board. Mobile homes are the last resort for affordability housing. Can't stress that enough. Okay, this one in Dublin, it's one we're going to be walking on Saturday and minimal. When I look at these pictures, I know Instagram, y'all can't see as much. If you log into our YouTube tomorrow morning, watch the video recording, you can get a little bit more glimpse of these photos. But there's nothing wrong with these homes. And I mean, yes, there's cosmetics, there's duties to be done. Guys, when I started 7, 8 years ago, I mean, you couldn't even walk into some of these homes. You were scared to lean in some of those walls because you might go through, end up outside or underneath the home. I mean, they were rough. They were rough. And I mean, we've taken some challenges, as I like to call, and really, gut some of these homes. But homes like this one, I look at these here, this is put together, clean up, and get out of there. I mean, that is how minimal work they need. So, again, pay attention to the numbers. But I go through the list on here, and I know a lot of you have taken initiative. You've already emailed us, say, hey, I want to take number 18, number 12. You know what? Come Saturday, it is open field. You let me know. We'll talk then. But again, and I can just keep going through the list here. Minimal, minimal, minimal. Okay. Lot 21, lot 24, and lots 5 are fully rehab. I don't think 5 is on here. Yeah, see, we need to upload some of those on here because I want to show y'all some of the rehabs that we're doing. And a lot of investors, when they see a lot of the rehabs we show them, their responses, they all look the same. They do all look the same because I buy material. Another tip for y'all, hint, hint. Buy material in bulk so that you don't overspend, and whatever you have left over, take to the next one and the next one. Should you ever get one of these things back, and you will, you stay in the business long enough, I don't have to go mix and match paint, vinyl, etc., because I've been using the same thing. Whatever I have, go back to the first one that I just got back, touch it up, put it back on the market, and start back over. It is that simple. But all of our homes look similar. And again, look, I'm not going to spend too much time showing you this one. Here it is. So 24 is here, but I don't have the final photos. I was just there this morning. We were doing a few check-ins on a couple of the homes that we have that are finished. Come Saturday, we should have around 6 mobile homes completed. So the mastery, the guys that are attending the event are definitely going to be able to see a big comparison of ugly, what some of them look like, because the contractors will be out there live working while we are there. Yes, we'll stop them for a minute, okay, for a little while, take a break and come talk with us so that they can explain to you a little bit more in detail as to what it is the rehab they are doing, some of the repairs, putting numbers together, budgets together, what all you're going to need, surprises that can come, and even numbers that you should allocate for that, okay? As I mentioned at the beginning of this call, none of these deals are going to be perfect. I can tell you right now that I have a budget for every one of these homes. Some of them will be less and some will be more, but it is within that range field. I am fully aware of what can go wrong, and that's what we're going to teach y'all. So there you go. Minimal cleanup, okay? Clean up, touch up, and let's go. So that being said, yeah, 720, we're making pretty good time. We have Holden Nelson, an investor out of South Carolina that's been working with us. He's actually helped us brand market a lot of this mobile home mastery, which he is great at. That's what he wants to talk about on Thursday. He was supposed to join us this evening, but I wanted to talk about some of these numbers from beginning to the budgets to end numbers and what it looks like. And look, all these can be possible, but again, no deal is the same. Just keep that in mind. There's no perfect projection to that. But he is going to come on Thursday or Friday, and he's going to come live and talk about how to post on social media. He's also going to be at the event and also talking about some there. Okay. Brand market advertising. You can't do enough of that. Okay. Let's talk about Saturday. Saturday is sold out. It actually sold out Sunday. We kept it running till this morning, I believe, and a couple more people signed up for that. So it is fully booked at this time. I said 15 people. Guys, I said 15 people, and we ended up with 24 people. So go figure. That's great, though. That's a great thing. So 24 people plus our crews, our team are going to be out there Saturday morning. We start at 9 a.m. sharp, and we go until 2 p.m. So it is a full day. I will not be able to go live perhaps before I get to the event or on my way to the event. I will potentially maybe go live and just kind of show you the community there in person. And obviously, as people are arriving to the event as well. But it won't be a 10 a.m. check-in call because we will be active live at that point going through the coaching. So I'll post the video after the fact and let y'all know how it went. Okay, how many people invested, how many people's lives are going to change because they're going to be investing in what is truly a financial changer. Okay, a lot of you need it. A lot of you talk about it. These events come and go, and you're still thinking about it from the sidelines. It doesn't work that way. So, when is the next mastery? You know, people are already asking me that. When is the next mastery? In my mind, I'm thinking, why don't you sign up for this mastery? What's wrong with this one? Okay. So, but hey, you know, how bad do you want it? My coaches would say, you know, I can keep talking about this. And, you know, one thing that I always found not so much funny, but I found interesting is people will say it's too far of a drive or I can't get there because of this or because of that. You know, when I was taking coaching and training, and I'll still do this, you know, I've flown everywhere. I've flown to Chicago. I've flown to New York. I've flown to California. That's a long flight, by the way. 7 hours in a plane is terrible. But anyway, you know, I've flown to all these places because it's bigger, greater, and better each and every time means that you have to change that bit much more and take initiative. You got to take action. And you know, when I hear a lot of this, is like it's too far, I can't make it. It's Saturday, it's a beautiful day, it's an ugly day. You know, it's like, how bad do you want it? For this mastery, we have people coming from New York City. We have people coming from California. We have people coming from Nevada. I'm mentioning these states because all these people will be there. So when I hear this, it's like it reminds me of I'm ready for more. That's where we're at. So, you know, congratulations. You know, kudos on all of you who signed up for Saturday. Hope to see you. I'm gonna meet everybody there for sure. But you know, definitely for any more upcoming masteries, we're gonna blast these, give you plenty of time to see where it's gonna be, and of course, we try to keep it the specific city, you know, until we send the messages out with all the specifics. But you will have a great idea as to where it's gonna be. You know, what city, what area, what state. You know, we are gonna be doing some in other states now because we're doing so much traveling. Even thinking about potentially one in Marion. Okay, Marion, Illinois. I'm thinking so many rehabs to be done there, so many opportunities, homes. We're potentially going to have an event there as well. So stay tuned for that. But that does it for this evening. Thank you all for joining me. As I said, the recording is going to be live tomorrow morning on our YouTube. You can always watch the recap. All right. Thank you all for watching.